begins with a riddle. We can see from his other works like The Merchant of Venice that Shakespeare sure does like his riddles. That this one causes death if you're wrong may seem a little dramatic, but Shakespeare was a fan of the classics and we see this in a lot of those. For example, Oedipus Rex, which isn't just about incest. This riddle, however, is. See, Antiochus set up a riddle to which the answer was the king committing incest, so if you get it right, you're committing treason, and if you get it wrong, well, you die anyway. A lose-lose situation for the suitors trying to steal away the king's beautiful daughter/girlfriend. Pericles takes on this riddle and figures it out. He also figures out that either way he's going to die, so he flees to Tarsus.
Tarsus, famously the meeting place of Antony and Cleopatra, is home to King Cleon and his wife Dionysa, who tell him of the famine they were suffering from. So to save them, Pericles gives them grain from his ship.
10 points to Gryffindor for Pericles being a decent human being.
However, soon after he arrives, a messenger calls him back to Tyre. A subsequent storm leaves him shipwrecked in Pentapolis.
Given how amazing his luck has been so far, he decides to enter a competition to win the king Simonides' daughter's hand in marriage.
Despite the fact that his armour is the rustiest of the competitors, he wins the Princess Thais's hand, a result she is very happy about.
Everything is great!
That'll last.
So great that Thasia is pregnant, and Antiochus and his daughter have been burned to death by the gods for their sins.
You're kidding, right?
She's not.
Any other extremely convenient fix-its?
Well, it just so happens that the people of Tyre are waiting to see if Pericles will come home in the next year before they crown a new king.
Actually, they're waiting for twice 6 moons. That's a lunar year, meaning it's only 11 solar months.
I knew that.
Sure you did.
Anyway, Pericles sets off home.
Wait, is that it? Are we done now? Because that seems like happily ever after to me.
No, whilst on board, Thaisa dies in childbirth during a storm. The sailors convince Pericles to put her body in a chest and throw it overboard to stop the storm.
In his defence, he does take a lot of convincing.
Yes, and as further proof of his care for his family, he deems the rest of the trip too dangerous for his infant daughter and leaves her in the care of King Cleon and his wife Dionysa of Tarsus.
He called her Marina, by the way.
Water travel never ends well for this guy.
All bad. Theseia washes up on the shores of Ephesus, where the skilled and kind Dr. Sirmion revives her. She becomes a priestess for Diana.
It's not all good either.
Yeah, I'd say that being separated from your family isn't all that great.
True, but I was referring to the envy that Cleon and Dionysa are feeling as they plot the murder of Marina, because she is more beautiful and intelligent than their own daughter. Instead of being murdered, Marina is kidnapped by pirates and taken to the Isle of Lesbos to work in a brothel.
Oh, I know about that one. Lesbos is where the poet Sappho was from. She was famous for her poems on love and women. Oh, and being very gay. It's where we get the word lesbian from.
Marina manages to both keep her virtue at the brothel and convince the men trying to buy her to keep theirs.
The brothel objects to losing customers, so he sends her out to tutor young ladies in the surrounding area. At this time, Pericles goes to Tarsus to bring back his daughter.
Took him long enough.
The king and queen tell Pericles she has died and show him to the statue they erected in guilt. I mean remembrance. Pericles is justifiably upset by this and ceases to talk.
Until a man called Lysicamus from Lesbos tells Hedecanus that he knows someone who can get Pericles to talk.
Let me guess. That's Marina?
Yes, and they meet and are really happy, but tired, so they fall asleep.
In Pericles' dream, he is visited by Diana and told to tell of his plight at her temple in Ephesus.
The priestess he talks to ends up being Theseia. When she hears her husband's story, she faints. The whole family is reunited. Oh, and when the people of Tarsus found out what Cleon did, they killed him and his wife in a palace fire.
Well, that all got wrapped up really well. Not unrealistic at all.
Well, it's supposed to be a fable. Good things eventually come to the virtuous, and the evil are burned alive.
Okay, fair enough. But why fire? And what good things happen to Pericles? His life seems like nothing but misery.
He is king and is reunited with his family. Also, his name means surrounded by glory.
And fire is related to God in a lot of religions. Jewish people see God as a pillar of fire, and Christians worship God as a consuming fire. There's also baptism by fire. We are all supposed to be tested by fire in Revelations.
Anything else we need to know? Preferably not things that make you seem like a serial killer in the making.
Well, the reason for Pericles' depiction perpetually wearing a helmet is ambiguous. It may be a symbol of military importance, but he also had a somewhat misshapen head that he may have wished to conceal.
Are we done now?
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.